Yesterday, Dominique Strauss-Kahn was the most hated Frenchman in America. The powerful politician and former head of the International Monetary Fund had been charged in May with sexually assaulting a hotel maid in New York City. That sent shockwaves around the world, and Strauss-Kahn was forced to resign from the IMF. Today, he walked out of court in a different light. Prosecutors admitted his alleged victim had told a string of lies. Armen Keteyian was at the courthouse.
In a surprise bail hearing, prosecutors told a packed courtroom that scientific evidence confirmed a sexual encounter between the 62-year-old Strauss-Kahn and the 32-year-old hotel housekeeper. But they had uncovered major problems with the credibility of the accuser.
I understand that the circumstances surrounding this case, from the viewpoint of the parties, have changed substantially.
Problems deemed so substantial by Judge Michael Obis that he quickly returned Strauss-Kahn's $1 million bail and released him from house arrest. The former head of the International Monetary Fund is now allowed to travel within the U.S., but his passport remains in possession of the U.S. government.
We ask the world not to rush to judgment.
Outside the court, Strauss-Kahn's defense attorney Benjamin Brafman, who has always insisted any sex was consensual, commended the court on its decision.
We believed from the beginning that this case was not what it appeared to be, and we are absolutely convinced that while today is a first giant step in the right direction, the next step will lead to a complete dismissal of the charges.
In the end, the prosecution's case appears to have collapsed because of serious doubts about the credibility of the accuser. In a letter to Strauss-Kahn's defense attorneys, prosecutors revealed that their own investigation showed the alleged victim had lied on her application for asylum about previously being gang raped in her native Guinea, a story prosecutors say she has now changed. Lied about her whereabouts following the alleged sexual assault by Strauss-Kahn on May 14th, originally claiming she hid in a hallway when in fact she went on to clean another room before reporting the incident. Lied about her taxes, falsely claiming a friend's child is a deduction, and lied about what prosecutors called a variety of additional topics.
We believe that the district attorney is laying the foundation to dismiss this case. Anyone can see that.
In a long, emotional speech, Ken Thompson, an attorney for the victim, appeared to try the case, often in graphic detail, before a huge crowd of reporters from around the world.
It is a fact that the victim here made some mistakes, but that doesn't mean she's not a rape victim. But you cannot discount the powerful physical evidence that was left behind during that assault.
Thompson was talking about the DNA evidence that confirms there was a sexual encounter. Thompson acknowledged his client had lied to prosecutors about the tax return and asylum claim. He said this about her actions after the alleged attack.
She did not want to lose her job.
But he sidestepped other questions, including a published report that his client had ties to alleged drug dealers and money launderers.
And you never answered my question about whether there was money found in her account, the $100,000 that was alleged by the New York Times today.
There was not $100,000.
How much money was found in her account?
The last time Strauss-Kahn walked into criminal court, he was greeted by jeers from a throng of hotel housekeepers. Today, he walked out with a big smile on his face.
Multiple charges of sexual assault are still pending, but prominent defense attorneys we spoke to today told us, Scott, this case is all but over.
Armen, what about the accuser? Are the prosecutors saying that she lied under oath?
Well, if it's determined, obviously we saw in the piece there were a couple of issues involving her testimony before the grand jury, but if it's determined that she deliberately, and the key word is deliberately, lied to that grand jury, she could face perjury charges.
Thank you, Armen.